watching Prime Morning. Of course, it's time for entertainment. It's Friday, and so we take it easy. But I've told you people that I belong to the month of love, and so I love everything love, okay? And so Wednesday is my birthday, and I'll be waiting for all my gifts. Now, as you're sending me the gifts, here at Prime Morning at Joy Prime, want to do something amazing for the lovers out there. Now, we did it last year, and we are repeating the same. In fact, we did it 2 years ago, last year, and this year we are doing it again. We are definitely going to celebrate some lucky couples. Now, if you want to be a part of the lucky couples, you have a beautiful love story, you ought to send us pictures of yourself with your love story. I think last year we heard of somebody who met their partner during their father's funeral. Yeah, yes, at the mortuary. Yes.
Oh, no, at the mortuary?
Yes, at the mortuary. Yeah, they met at the mortuary, and they are married now with children. Beautiful story, beautiful. Kwame, why are you shocked? Kwame does this here with me, and he's so shocked. Why are you shocked?
Mortuary
Yes.
marriage?
Yes. It shocked you?
People should start going to the mortuary.
Yeah, so people find love in the strangest of places. Let's hear your story this time too, and sending your pictures as well. Send it to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. But Kwame, where did you meet your wife? But me, I met my husband in church though.
Oh,
yeah.
Church one?
Yeah, I met
That's
him in
sweet.
church, yes. So where did you meet your wife?
It's okay.
You have one of the mortuary stories, eh?
Yeah.
So send it to us and we'll be celebrating you. This year is going to be another grand one. And you need to celebrate your loved ones. You know, it's all about love. And we will help you celebrate. So we say, don't worry about the cost involved. We'll take care of you. But your story must be unique and your pictures must be lovely. Yes, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And Wednesday is my birthday as well. So Kwame.
Next week, Wednesday.
No, the Wednesday coming.
Next.
This one. There's a Wednesday
Why
coming.
is it this one?
No, but because this week is
Friday.
past. So if I say Wednesday, that's the Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
5th of February.
So you are doing some party for us?
No, I'm expecting gifts from you.
Okay.
Come
Okay,
bearing
viewers.
gifts. Yes, tell them.
Bring the gifts, eh?
Yeah.
My number is...
No, they are not sending it to you. They are sending it to me. It's my birthday.
You are my sister.
No, but I don't need
can
that.
take everything
My phone
on
hasn't been
behalf.
blocked. All right.
I'm fat.
Anyway, today's conversation is really, really important. Now, for the past about 6 years, right, we've had the year of return. It's been huge. It has boosted our tourism sector. We've seen the revamp of our museums. We've seen the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum being revamped. We've seen some work put into our tourism industry. And, you know, people have actually praised the man who was behind it all, Akwesi Agyeman. He has done it. He's done it. And so somebody will say that he's left some shoes that are very big to fill. Now we have a new Ghana Tourism Authority CEO acting. Quite interesting. I want people to know who this woman is before we even delve into our conversation. Now, this woman is called Maame Efua Houadjeto. And I hope I got your name right, Maame. She's a CEO for Image Consortium. She's her full name, she's actually Marilyn. She has the same name as my sister. So Mrs. Marilyn Efua Houadjeto is a results-driven personality and has a track record of successfully and consistently exceeding goals and objectives in event productions and project management. She was elected the Deputy National Women's Organizer of the National Democratic Congress, the largest opposition party in Ghana at that time. Now they are not opposition, but they are in the main. Maame Efua is the CEO of Image Consortium Group, which was founded in 2005 and couples that position till date. She was the Managing Director and Creative Director of IE Design from October 2008 to the present. She was also the Acting General Manager of M Plaza Hotel from February 2002 to January 2003, and the Room Division Manager from from January 2000 to December 2001. She has a lot that she's done so far.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, let me continue reading. I just want you to know what she's done and as to whether she can do the job or she can't do the job, because there's been a few, arguments coming up here and there. Maame Efua became the head of client service of Charterhouse Productions from March 1998 to September 1999, and the client service and marketing executive PA to executive director of Media Touch from March 1996 to June 1998. She was the client service and marketing executive of Stratcom Africa from February 1995 to January 1996. How is it that we are seeing 1 year? What was happening within those things? She does 1 year and then she moved.
She had to move on.
Okay. Prior to setting up her own company, she did her national service at the State Protocol Department. That's the Office of the President. Maame Efua is a product of Lady of Apostles Ola Girls Senior High School, where she did her GCE, O-levels, and A-levels. All right, so this is all I'll read for now. Robert Clark has also joined us. Hi, Robert.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you too?
I'm fine, thank you. You know Maame Efua? She was at Charterhouse.
Yes, I'm not sure I had that interaction with her, but I know she looks familiar.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the face.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. But you don't recall if, you guys worked together at that time?
No, I'm not sure. What year was it again?
I think 90 something.
98, I think.
Yeah.
98.
98 to 99. No. Okay.
And then I'm sure she was on multiple concepts then.
Okay.
Charterhouse started in 2000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And, she is actually the CEO, acting CEO for Ghana Tourism Authority. And I don't know, I think my first question should be what you think about that, especially the first time you heard that she had been made the acting CEO of that place. Your thoughts?
Okay, so I had information from KMJ. He sent me an artwork. Actually, this is the new CEO for GTA. So I had to do my checks. So I reached out to Kakra. And then he told me, yes, they also received the information yesterday in the morning. Then I had to do my story, find out some information about her. I struggled initially because I didn't get any footprints of her on social media or even on the internet. If you typed her name yesterday, you wouldn't get more information about her. But I had this information from Pajon Datsing, who is an art and tourism curator who had worked with her some time before in the past. And he told me a lot about Maame Efua.
Okay.
So she has a marketing background. She has a degree, a diploma in journalism and marketing. She is into events. She's worked in the hospitality industry before as acting manager for M Plaza Hotel. She does events, have I mentioned that?
Yeah.
And other things. So to me, she is in the industry. She's been in the industry. But when we were mentioning names of people, potential CEOs a few weeks ago, there were names like KOD, Abeku Santana, Gideon Ayekwe, and other people. For people in the creative industry, we always think about the popularity. I think that is one of our quote and unquote problems.
Yeah.
Because we are in the space that is more exposed, we are always behind the microphones, behind the cameras. And so usually when we are picking people, we think about popularity. But the appointments, they are not popularity contests based on merits, based on your work. Clearly, looking at Maame Efua's background, she's done a lot.
Yeah.
She has the experience. She has some master's degrees from Covent University in the UK, from GIMPA and all that. So these are the people we need. I'm not saying that Beku Santanas, the KODs and others can't do the job, but there are others who are silently doing their work behind the scenes that we can also use to advance our causes. Akwesi Agyeman, prior to assuming office as CEO of GTA, how many people knew him?
Yeah.
Except those who were in the media space who knew he was manager of Global Media Alliance. How many people knew him then? You know, you don't need a celebrity to become a CEO. Now, what gladdens my heart is the fact that GTDC, which is the Ghana Tourism Development Company, which is the investment and policy implementation wing of our tourism industry, also had their CEO just a few days ago, Professor Kobim Mensah, who is also a marketing person. So clearly, I am happy because, you see, we have people with marketing business backgrounds. And tourism is more business.
You know that GTDC, what's the state of it now? I know that's not the conversation.
So GTDC is more or less like the investment.
No, I mean, what's the state now?
It works. They work in tandem with GTA.
Okay.
So most of the projects they embark on, it is GTDC that goes for the money, they invest. So they are more or less like they put money into the project. Then when they get returns, they give government its cut.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very crucial. Now, when we announced that Honorable Ablanji Fagomashi had been appointed Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, most of us were happy. But if you also look at Honorable Ablan's background, she's more inclined towards culture and creative arts. So we need a very strong tourism wing, somebody who is going to push the agenda that Kwesi Agyeman and the others started. Because yes, tourism is more or less like the strongest wing now in the ministry. It is a threefold ministry. We have tourism, culture, creative arts. And tourism used to be the stand-alone ministry before we added culture and creative arts. Now they are a bit structured. And so if you have a minister that is more inclined towards culture and creative art, you still need somebody who is so strong for tourism. And I am reposing my trust in Maame Efua, judging from her background, and I hope she does not disappoint us.
Right.
I hope that she does better, even more than Kwesi Agyeman, because Kwesi has put, the tourism industry on a certain pedestal.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I do agree with you on that. Robert, Maame Efua, everybody is hoping she will not disappoint. That's the first thing, Putting a woman there is another thing altogether, because we are calling for women to be in positions. But do you think that Maame Efua can deliver? As Robert Clark.
Okay, so what we are actually looking for is not hope. I don't think anybody should be placed in a public office in a third world country struggling to get ahead. Should be placed there with the hope that the person makes it. We must do everything it takes to support and make sure that the person succeeds. Because we don't want you to get to the end and say, oh, she no force, or I said so, or no. That's not the focus. The focus is that regardless of what happens, you must succeed. It is eminent, it's important. We cannot afford to allow you to fail. And so anybody within the space, whatsoever contribution needs to be done, it has to be done. So that, because whatever they do has a direct impact within our space, on our space. And we need to ensure that that particular experience is brought to the fore. So that's one thing we need to be able to do. And in terms of whether she's qualified or not, I think that, like Kwame said, most of these folks may not necessarily be popular, but competencies are not determined by popularity. So there's something that I always say. I have an acronym that I always bring out, that you must be sexy. And by saying sexy is an acronym,
I like that.
In this case, she's a woman.
SEXY.
So no, it's SE. So it's SEKCIE. Okay. So you have to be sexy. So the S stands for the skill. So you need a skill for the job. You need the experience within the space. You need K, which is knowledge. Knowledge is different from skill. That's the information to be able to operate. Then you need a C, which is a character. There are some job roles that requires a particular behavior, and you need to be able to have that in compliance. And then you need influence, so you can command and get certain things happen. And then you need ethics. Ethics has become a big issue, given yesterday's. People, yes, we need proper conduct. You're occupying a particular position. We need to be able to look up to you. We need to be able to feel that you're trustworthy. Probity has to be a part of that. And as a matter of fact, probity even goes all the way into the Constitution as a requirement for the citizenry to demand of leadership. So if at the end of the day, these elements have been evaluated and clearly there's a need for her to be in charge of affairs, then we are happy. The only thing I'm going to pray for is for everybody within the space to throw their hands and support her, and for her to also understand that she can't do it alone, that she needs to be able to partner people. And for her not to even, I get that. Okay, so NDC, NPP, but the focus is not about NDC, NPP. Where is the bar now? Where is the bar placed?
Yeah.
If it's at level 5, we don't want it dropping. We need it moving beyond level 5. If there was a big vision and they haven't been able to implement up to this particular point, she should be able to, the baton has been handed over to you. Carry it and run with it. Let us all know and feel your impact, because Akwesi Agyeman has left some big shoes that she has to fill.
She has to fill
exactly, and she has to fill it and fill it so well, because what men can do, complete the sentence.
Women can do it better and better and better. So maybe she will not just fill the shoes, but she'll even make the shoes better.
Yes, so that's what we are praying. We want to put our hands to that particular plow for it to happen.
Men's shoes are usually bigger than women.
I know. So if she's able to do it, then we know. Say
we will create a bigger shoe.
And I know Akwesi Agyeman's shoe size. It is 45.
Okay, so we've been joined by Ambassador Davisha Johnson. Welcome, darling. How are you? She is the founder and board chairwoman of TADC, Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Welcome once again.
Thank you.
So you've heard about Efua?
Yes.
Okay, and we are discussing her. What's your thoughts on her becoming the CEO for Ghana Tourism Authority, GTA?
Well, thank you for having me this morning. I'm excited to join this conversation at this point to talk about the new CEO. I think that there needs to be a focus on the geopolitical situation that we're in. The tourism industry is not just for Ghana, it's for the world. And Ghana needs to be shown to the world in a particular light. From what you're saying, it's not NDC and MPP, it's about the country. Yep. And as a new Ghanaian citizen myself, I realized that there's...
Oh, congratulations on that.
Thank you, thank you. People tend to disregard it, but it's important, because I came here in 2019 and I didn't know there was a year of return. Okay. I came here for business. Right. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I have several businesses in the United States. I wanted to expand my agriculture business to Ghana. So that's why I came. But there was so much going on. There were so many parties and things, but the business community was not being amplified through tourism. So I think that's the most important. And I think as a businesswoman, as our new CEO is, she should be dialing into the business community. And what does that look like for tourism? So there's ecotourism, there's medical tourism, there's business tourism. There's things going on all over the country where people need injections of cash, even if it's small capital to start their businesses. And Donald Trump being president of the United States, there's deportations we need to talk about. That means people are coming back with skills. They're sexy. They're coming back to the country. So what are we going to do with these people? The Minister of Tourism has an obligation, I believe, to show what we have to offer here in Ghana, in every industry. And I think the excitement and the entertainment and the culture is great, and it's a high priority, but there's so many other dynamics that we could be looking into as tourism, and that's why the Chamber of Commerce is here.
Right. Now, Kwame Dazi, let me bring you into the conversation. It looks like anytime we talk tourism, people think it's creative arts, but it's way bigger than that, you know. And when she was named as the acting CEO, people were like, oh no, she's not in the creative arts space and all of that. We don't know her, she's not one of our own. What exactly, you in the creative arts industry, I want us to take away the creative arts, thing.
Right.
What are you looking at her bringing on the table for you to say that she's done it?
I think whatever she would do should be in tandem with the party's policy on tourism. And if I should read a few of them, the pointers to you, this is in their manifesto, 2024 manifesto, the NDC's manifesto. And it says that they want to build a comprehensive real-time online database in collaboration with the GSL, GTA, GIS, universities and other stakeholders for collection, analysis and dissemination of tourism data. They also want to promote domestic tourism through awareness creation. They want to revive the Abandoned Marine Drive project. They want to review the utilization of tourism development levy to ensure equitable, effective, and efficient distribution to all the industries. They want to also partner with stakeholders to diversify tourism offerings to include medical tourism, educational tourism, religious tourism, culinary tourism, agro-tourism, cultural tourism, and sports tourism.
Yeah.
They want to create career security for the talent in the industry through legal and financial protections and a mass pension mobilization scheme. They want to refurbish Ghana's popularized cultural heritage, monuments, infrastructure, and identify potential attractions for development. They want to develop the creative potential of people living with disabilities to help them participate and pursue careers in the culture and creative industries, among others. So whatever she's going to do will be in tandem
But what
with...
are you, Maame?
Yes, the broader mandate of the tourism industry is to regulate the industry, is to invest in the industry, and to also sometimes fashion out policies for the industry. And I'm using the manifesto because that is their overarching policy for the industry. It's going to be their, their Bible, if you like. So it will be according to this particular manifesto promises that they have given to us. So I am looking forward to them. And if you read all the promises in their manifesto, they make sense. They make commercial business sense. And one other thing that I would want her to do, and I think when I wrote a letter to Honorable Ablanji Fagomashi, I mentioned that the Beyond the Return, Year of Return, December in GH initiative has been a blessing to us. So whoever comes to take over should not throw it away. You know, most people came into the country through that. And I don't know if it was because you came without knowing that we even had... Yes, but some people came through this country through Year of Return, Beyond the Return. People are investing into this country or into our economy through that. And every year, if you look at the numbers, people come in almost every year, and they also help to boost our
Economy,
GDP.
yeah.
So I think that as somebody who is stepping into the shoes of a Kwesi Agyeman, who together with the former president and Catherine Afeku brought Year of Return, Beyond the Return, we should not do away with that initiative.
Okay.
It should continue, even though they have a Black Star experience, which also ties into the same idea, if you like, but that is a monthly thing. So they're going to have every month, there is something about tourism, art, and culture happening throughout the year. Even though I think it's a good idea, the concept of Year of Return, Beyond the Return should still continue, even right, as we have changed government. Yeah.
Okay, Robert, Beyond the Return, Year of Return, fantastic, thing. It happens, we get the money, January, back to square one. So it looks like we have a tourism sector that is fixated on a certain month, and after the month, what happens? We have 12 months in a year.
Yeah.
What happens to the other months? And so the question here is, what other things do you think can be done? Let's see, there are things that they've written in the book, but there are things that practically, we know that if it's done, it's going to boost our tourism industry. Robert?
Yep. So I think, okay, so first of all, you have a mandate. And the mandate is out there. It's not like it's hidden.
Yeah.
You can just go out there and then you see. So that is the mandate for the arts and tourism. So the mandate for the GTA, it's there. And I can read a few of them. Licensing, registration, marketing and promotion, research and development, safety and security, standards and guidelines, human resource development, communication, events, land acquisition, etc., etc. All of these things, when you go deep into it, you see quite a number of things in a particular space. So that's a mandate. Then they have a vision, which is what the manifesto stipulates. So at the end of the day, one of the things that clearly stands out is the Black Star experience. The Black Star experience is sort of like a hub that feeds into everything within the arts, tourism, and culture. So in there, you have monthly activities that are supposed to drive, these activities are supposed to drive economic engagements and also drive tourism. Because once you say every month an activity is going to happen, then what it means is that you're focusing on how to engineer economic engagement. Now, once you engineer economic engagement, the question here is, you spoke about December being the only month that has a lot of visitors coming. But what it means is that if these months are able to stand properly, then we open up tourism in line with all the other elements. So whether it's fashion, whether it's culinary experience, whether it's drama, whatsoever, all of them, we just need to be able to build them to get to that particular point where they are able to attract. But I think we need to understand that tourism goes beyond the fun and entertainment thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, it has to do deeply with people moving from one place to the other. And it starts with the local folks. So that's domestic. If I want to move from Accra to Wali, what are the things I need? I need to have a place to sleep. I need to have security on the road. And I need to be able to move freely in terms of transportation. If we can secure these elements and my disposable income is able to sort me out in terms of the movement and I have good reception at my destination and I leave there with great memories, that is the basic thing. Everything is sorted out. You know, so if that can be guaranteed, then anything else with respect to business works. Without peace and feeling the great feeling of good security, nothing about tourism works. So then we need to be able to drive that. So I think those are the things at the basic level. Let's just make sure that the hotel rates are affordable.
I was going to
Not
say
necessarily
that.
for foreigners. When they come with their dollars, it's already high. They go fee, they sit up. We know.
We don't sit up.
You understand?
Because if I have to go to a place like Jurapa and spend the night, you know how much I have to pay?
Please tell us, just in case you did it.
No, I mean, you know. Yeah. I mean, you are not going to spend anything less than 1,500 cedis a night. Do you understand? How many people can afford this?
Exactly.
As citizens. And I think that this is where probably her job even starts. How do you negotiate with these hoteliers and all of that so that the prices are affordable, just like you're saying?
So I think we need to be able to, because if we have I'm not too sure of the numbers, but middle class is huge. If middle class are able to say, look, every weekend we are going here, we're traveling, or once a month, me and my family, that kind of culture immediately impacts local tourism. Because then you're exposed to everything and anything within our space. So we need to be able to tackle these things, not necessarily because we're preparing the country for foreigners. I think that we should love ourselves so much that we enjoy what we have and make it so good that we are willing to share the goodness of what we have with the rest of the world. We shouldn't just prepare it for the foreigners. So yes, let's have that going. And then obviously let's have our international relations in terms of tourism, the promotion thereof, using the embassies for the various fairs across the entire world to be able to bring people in. While we're at it, let's also be mindful of our social rules, because what it is that we are welcoming other cultures within our space. We need to be able to have some guide, protect our people, protect our, all of that and everything that it means. Our businesses, if this joint venture that we are going to encourage, we need to be able to have the rules in place. People should not be surprised. If you're opening up, you're opening up. So people will come in, they'll come and invest. And what does it mean to the locals here? Because if there's so much money coming in, people have money to buy stuff, including lands, etc. Is our middle class ready to be able to live in a country where they don't own anything and everything is owned by foreigners? What we do? All of these discussions need to happen. While it's happening, we need to be able to be mindful of, our ultimate goal. So it's very complicated.
The space is quite
but we need to be able to, move into the space with a lot of intel.
Health tourism, agricultural tourism, something we hardly take a look at. The first time I heard of health tourism, I was like, what is health tourism? Because, Ghanaians, the first thing that comes to mind when we think of tourism is, our museums, our this, our that. But health tourism is something that we can actually make a lot of revenue from, right? You made mention of it.
Yes. Yes, so before I talk about that, I just want to speak on what you said about foreigners. So I think that there's a huge demographic that's being overlooked, and that's the Hug diaspora. So the Hug diaspora are historically unique group of people. So those of us that came from the transatlantic slave trade, we're not foreigners.
Okay.
We're coming back into the country, but we have dollars. We've never been to Ghana before. Some of the people came for year of return. So what was shown to us was party. And that's not Ghana. Ghana is so much more, as we're discussing right now.
Yeah.
So the responsibility of the Ministry of Tourism is to look at this specific demographic. The people that came for year of return, it was marketed to African-American community. Period. So the Ghanaians that came home, you're already coming. You're coming for Christmas, you're coming for Easter, you're coming already.
Yeah.
But that money, that $1.2 billion influx and the increase in GDP in 2019 was a large portion of African Americans. So we're not just coming to party. We're not just coming to visit. We end up moving here. So what does that mean for tourism? It means there's opportunities in the agriculture sector for ecotourism. Because in America, the food is not healthy. The air is not healthy. The climate is not healthy. And the trauma from slavery, from systematic racism, all these things are piling on us. So when we come to Ghana, it's peace. That's what we get in Ghana. So we need to, yes, it's spiritual, thank you. It's not about money, it's not about the culture, it's about us connecting back to where we come from. And this is the 0 point of the earth for a reason. It's where everyone wants to come. So when we look at agriculture, we have to eat, no?
Yeah.
So everyone wants to eat good food, correct? But we also have to eat healthy food. So the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Tourism, the Chambers of Commerce, the GIPC, GEPA, all, GRA, GTA, all these acronyms need to be thinking about what are we doing for the hospitality industry? What are we doing for customer service training? All the local people that are here, cultures are different. So there's an expectation when African Americans, when Italians, when Europeans, they come to the country, there's a standard that they're looking for, right? They're willing to pay extra for that standard of service. But we need to teach our people here how to perform that standard of service. So if there's no education around what hospitality looks like in all sectors, then we are lost. The agriculture sector is very important because they're talking about famine and starvation coming. The wars in the world are having an effect on us. Deportation, as I've said, from America is gonna have an effect on us. So what does that mean? If people are hungry, then they're not happy. They can't go out and spend money. But if the Ministry of Tourism understands that there's a holistic approach to tourism. So when you go to a hotel, you want to eat nice food. But that food should be grown in Ghana. It should not be imported from Spain and Portugal and all these other places. It should be, we have plenty of land, we have plenty of farmers. So having agriculture as the staple of the country, which it already is in the continent in general, is I think something that needs to be looked more into. Also, I will end on hemp. We have a fuel crisis. It's an agricultural commodity. Hemp can be used to make biofuel. Hemp can be used to make baby food. Hemp can be used for our galamsey problem. So agriculture and ecotourism and agriculture tourism also brings research dollars from research institutes. That brings in academia and higher education. All these things are related, and I put everything around food. Because at the end of the day, if we don't have food, we don't have anything.
If you don't have food, you don't have life. Just to highlight something real quickly, one of the biggest areas with respect to business tourism is MICE. Meetings, incentives, exhibitions, conferences. And I think that in the past few years, we've seen a lot of these conferences happen. The numbers that come usually are huge. They have to spread themselves among multiple hotels and sometimes hold conferences within multiple places because the numbers are huge. 1,005, 2,005, 3,000 folks, and you're just wondering how they're going to hold these programs at the places that we have, which do not have facilities to be able to occupy them in terms of what you want to do. So if we're going to position ourselves as a MICE destination or a business tourism destination, then we need to be able to have these infrastructure put in place to be able to welcome the rest of the world. Most of the times you have these folks, like usually before the programs happen, you have guests come through to review what we have and then make a decision. Ghana is one of the strongest picks because of our peace, security. There are a few, the heritage elements, the Nkrumah factor, all of that. Quite a number of things. And so they always want to come here. But the infrastructure, question marks with that. So quite a number of things we need to be able to get into the space and and look at from the proactive angle. And we cannot wait for it to happen to us and for us to firefight or try to catch up. We need to actually go to the forefront, understand where the world is going to, do proper predictions, and be able to invest in the light of that, and then aggressively try and get the business. I like the fact that marketing connotation has been established with respect to the people, and that's what we ought to be doing. And we should use all the embassies that we have to be able to reach out to everywhere and anywhere in terms of people and people coming to doing business here. We need to be able to be very strong about it and then work on our positioning internationally.
Yeah.
What do we want to be known for? What do we want people to, what do we want people to think of us when we mention Ghana? And it can be different positioning in different countries because there are different publics or different segments, but we need to be able to drive these things to achieve some form of benefits for us.
We need to be that unique because something like a year of return, now we've seen the Nigerians trying to do it. So it means that when you start something and somebody else can do it and do it better, you could lose it. And we could lose it, actually.
We can't lose it.
We can't.
Year of Return is very spiritual.
Were we not
it's
here?
exclusive to us.
Were we not here when what's it called? Hip Life started. Saturday was so huge. What happened?
Okay, so what Kwame is saying is he's not talking about the fun bit in terms of December in GH.
Yeah.
He's not talking about December in GH. He's talking about Year of Return.
Yeah.
So Year of Return is spiritual. It's historical.
Yeah.
Something that addresses the fact that slaves were taken. It's been 400 years. They're coming back home, and they can go back to the castles and see footprints and get restored and mentally revived and all of that. But that is different from the chilling or the party that happens.
But you know, everybody hears of Year of Return. The first thing is the chilling. It's the chilling.
Yeah, so but what he means is that
December is now chilling.
But I get where you're coming from. Dirty December is where you're coming from. Where Nigeria is now, getting into that as well. Yeah, when you're doing something good and someone learns from it, it's a plus.
But how do we become that unique in what we will do that will make people, and it's sustainable, that will make people want to come in?
So we have an initiative called Beyond the Party.
Okay.
So I noticed what you're saying in December, and to your point, what are we known for? Year of Return is known for Dirty December. That's what people associate with. So in 2023, we started something called Beyond the Party, exactly for what you're talking about. What are we going to do in January? Nobody has any money. Everyone has spent. It's all gone. Amma charges me 50 CDs for banana in Dirty December, but now it's 5 CDs in January. It's the same banana. So what do? We get these stakeholders together for 12 months out of the year, and we have quarterly meetings about how do we engage and attract tourism in the other sectors. So December can still be December. Everyone can still come for the party. But what are we doing during the beginning of rainy season? There should be farmer conferences. There should be arts and culture things going on. Why doesn't Ghana have a Broadway? You have beautiful theater. You have beautiful industry for culture and arts. There should be Broadway. There's no infrastructure set up if BET Grammy Awards wants to come. Why didn't they come? There's not enough space. There's not enough hotels, but there's plenty of land. So why don't we have a huge facility in Kumasi? Why are we always in Accra? So Beyond the Party goes throughout the country. We go from Bolga down to Pram Pram. And we have different events, not just for entertainment, but also for business. So if you want to invest in a fish farm in Navrongo, you can do that. If you want to go to Bona Hafro and do some agriculture project, or you want to live off the grid and just get some peace from your stress in UK, you can do that. But you don't have to wait to December. And the prices. Oh, Charlie, the prices on flights and everything else to come here, it's taking money away from the local economy. So if we can bring people in where the flights are cheaper, the airlines aren't charging as much, even the tourist operators are not charging, the hoteliers are not charging as much, then that gets us continuous money throughout the year so that we're prepared for Dirty December.
Because there's no peak season. Every time is good season.
You know, for a country like Turkey, they managed to get their health tourism working for them. Because back then, we knew of Turkey, but people were not really going to Turkey like that. And then all of a sudden, the BBL took over. And it became, it's a health tourism.
Yeah, it's health
tourism.
It is.
And that's how Turkey did it. So now everybody talks about Turkey, and the first thing, the BBL, okay. Yeah. And then people go see the place. The place is beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm even salivating. So, we talk about this where, and now people say, oh, Turkey is beautiful. I want to go see it, please. Let's go together. So they used BBL to do their tourism. Ochami, Akwaba.
Is Ochami going to do BBL?
Ochami, please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
I think we have to ask the host because she's the one sitting on assets.
This is what we're doing this morning. Hey.
I wasn't expecting this.
It doesn't even qualify for Botox. It's just my appetite. It doesn't qualify for Botox.
Hey, I didn't know Ochami Kwame was this assertive.
Wow.
I am asthmatic.
And you look very aesthetical this morning.
Oh my God. Anyway, Ochami, welcome to the conversation.
That was very astronomical.
I didn't think this was coming, but that was good. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. So,
good morning. How you doing?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. We are all doing good. We want you to join the conversation. I don't even want to ask questions. Please join the conversation. You've been watching, you've been monitoring. Please go ahead with your thoughts.
So I think that now there's a new wave of leadership, and therefore it's associated hope that comes with our industry. And what I'm waiting for, honestly, is that our new tourism, arts, and culture minister will come and give us the goal for the next 4 years. And once the goal is set, all of us can rally our creativity, our voices, and our faces around the goal. So yes, we all have different ideas, and Ghana is just blessed with good arable land for eco-tourism. We are blessed with creative minds for music tourism. We have the best doctors when it comes to fixing bones, and Ghana has one of the best medical systems for broken bones. I don't know if you know already. And that can also, people can come here for all sorts of medical operations. And compared to Turkey and Dubai and India, Ghana will relatively be cheaper. I know people who have visited from all around the world to come to Ghana to come and do stuff on their spine and stuff. So Ghana is such a rich place, but it's a gift and a curse. The gift being that we are talented and we have everything, and the curse being that because we have everything, we are unable to focus. So I'm going to place the leadership and the role on Honorable Jifa and her amazing team that she has now. I'm talking tourism development. I know Professor Kobe Mensah, myself, he taught me tourism marketing at the business school. And I hear there's a new vibrant tourism authority boss who is a woman that is extremely smart. That's what Honorable Okrekumante told me yesterday. So I just want them to sit down and develop a strategy, and based on that strategy, develop a culture. And develop a culture. So a strategy, structure, culture. And then they develop a structure that all of us can follow so that we can achieve the desired goal. So that's what I am waiting for.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Ochami. Now, talking about that, I think that another thing that we have as Ghanaians that we are not projecting so well is dance.
Yes.
Yeah, dance.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Robert, I'm excited that you have the Dance Awards. You've been doing it for how many years now?
Well, this will be the second edition. Yes.
Right.
The first one was a great run, but it had interruptions right after, and we've been able to regroup and come back, and we want to come back and remain stronger and make sure that it is an annual experience. So yes, what we are doing now is heavily honorary, where we've done a lot of the research to understand who's done the contributions within the space, just to be able to recognize people who are playing their role now, rather than just starting off and saying, the best dancer of the year. So it's like you're just focusing on last year and ignoring what everybody has done from the previous years.
Yeah.
So we went into research to understand who's played a role and then celebrate them. And then from there, we now introduce the annual components, side by side, and eventually, have everything rolling. But we want to be able to acknowledge anybody who's contributed their quota into what the industry is. And that's why we're doing this. So yes, on Saturday, the 8th of February, which is next week, Saturday, yes, we are going to have the second edition of the Ghana Dance Industry Awards.
That's nice.
And this is a plaque that is here. The plaque is very symbolic. It's a masterpiece of creative expression. From the top, you can see the Azonto symbol, which is a victorious sign by the dancer. And it's sitting on the djembe drum. And the djembe drum, in terms of traditional dancing, the drum is what determines the rhythm, and therefore it speaks to what kind of dance you should do, the tempo, the pace, whatsoever. And so it's sitting on, and you can see the adornments with the Idinkra symbols. These are virtues and values that we expect that anybody who is able to rise up to the position of stardom. As you can see, the star on the chest of the person. Right. The person should be holding on to these values. We have the jinyami, we have the adaptability, we have the energy, we have quite a number of them. Each one of them has got some meaning. And of course, the color black and gold represents luxury, represents the apex of opulence, and that's exactly what we want to be able to project.
So where is it happening?
Others. So it's happening at the National Theatre.
Okay.
Gates will open at 6:30, red carpet will start at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And we should be able to party. It's going to be an amazing time. A lot of dancers from all the scopes, all the forms, all the parts, from traditional to praise dance to street dance to Afro-Latin dance to contemporary, all of them. We're all going to be at one place.
So Saturday it is?
Saturday, yes.
6:30, gates open, red carpet at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Tickets out already?
Yes. Tickets are available, and people need to. I'll ask everybody to go visit our social media pages because once you visit our page, everything is there.
Okay.
So it's GADI, so it's Ghana Dance Industry Awards. Once you go to Ghana Dance Industry Awards, you'll be able to see what you need to be able to get. But for tickets, it's *714 *11 *26#. Again, *714 *11 *26#, and people can get their tickets and be a part of this beautiful celebration for the dance community.
Right. All right. Ochami, I can't wait to see you performing that day. Your dance moves. You know we love your dance moves, right?
You do?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You know I was at your event at Plus 233 in December, right?
Yes,
I don't know if you saw me.
Oh, but you didn't show your face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because of where I was seated, but I took so many videos of you.
Oh, thank you. Please send something. I had such an amazing night.
It was amazing.
Hip Life Party this year should be a festival. And I know my brother Robert will help me. Will help me turn it into a festival this year. So that's the goal.
That would be amazing. Yeah. And we know that you definitely be supporting the woman that is Madame Efua to succeed, right?
Definitely.
Sorry,
I mean, we are here to, that's what players are for. So we are here to give her all our talent and our resources so that when she succeeds, Ghana succeeds. So please, Madam, if you are watching, I am here.
Thank you so much, Ochami, for joining us. We are very grateful.
You're welcome.
Okay, Kwame Dazi, before you go, your final words.
Talking about dance, I'm hoping that the Black Star Experience incorporates award schemes like this into the whole experience.
Yeah.
Because you see, I said some time ago that I'm not sure the government can do all the events alone throughout the year. So they should outsource some of them to individuals who are already in the game and are doing their events. So for example, Robert does Ghana Dance Industry Awards and Festival. I would be happy to see him champion that.
Yes.
Maybe 1 month when we are celebrating dance, we have that particular award scheme in that particular month. That is what I'm looking forward to.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Davisha?
Yes, so I'm excited about the new CEO to come, and we're also ready at the Hug Diaspora Commission. We are ready at our Chamber of Commerce. We are ready to work with them. And to your point about stakeholders, there are people here in the country that come from other countries that have decided to live here. So having a task force or a committee set up it's not just government and the embassies, but it's civil society. Yeah. It's NGOs, it's people that have award ceremonies that want to come on board. I have a hemp conference it's the 6th year. I'll be doing it here in Ghana in July to talk about agriculture, but it's also in the middle of the year. So it's an opportunity to bring people together, outside of December.
Amazing.
So we're looking for opportunities. If the president is watching this morning, we are ready.
Fantastic. Robert?
I have three things. The first one is the fact that we almost immediately need a stakeholder meeting. Let us feel like we are together. So come talk to us. Let us understand what the vision is. Come and listen to the issues that we have, the problems whatsoever, and listen in on ideas. Even if they are different from what you intend to do, have that. And then from there, give us your plan so that we know that this is what's going to happen. And I'm looking forward to maybe mid-year. Let us review. This is what we started with, and this is where we've gotten to, and this is how things are going. Just keep us in the know, and then eventually empower the businesses responsible for running the system.
All right.
The businesses, that's important.
Very important.
Because once you empower the business is going to open up the doors for a lot more people to benefit from.
Thank you so much.
Really.
All right. So this all time will permit us. I want to say a very big thank you to you all for making time to spend with us this morning. And thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget that on the 14th of February, we are celebrating couples. But if you want to be a part of it, don't forget to send your pictures to us with your love story. So we are going to go for the most photogenic couple plus your story. Your story must be touching. Last year, somebody sent her story. They met at the mortuary. We don't know the one that will be coming this year. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. But today we have changes at exactly 1 p.m. If you want to be a part of the studio audience, just make your way here. Be here by 12 noon and take your seat. And we have a fantastic show. Wednesday is my birthday. My name is Roslyn Felly. Bye.